What's up guys, ProdiJay here, and in today's video, the company BenQ sent me their latest Mobiuz EX2710 monitor for review. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. And as a disclaimer, although BenQ did send me this monitor to review, I'm here to give you my full honest opinions and feedback on what I think about it. But getting straight to it, in the packaging box, it will come with a registration card to get updates and special offers, unlimited warranty for 3 years, a quick start guide so you can learn how to assemble the monitor, the cover for the back of the monitor, 2 pieces for the stand with one being the base and the other being the neck of the stand, an HDMI cable, a power cable, and finally the monitor itself, which all the parts that came in the package are nice in build quality and definitely did not feel cheap. And although they provided a 2.0 HDMI cable, I decided to use a DisplayPort cable instead to connect the monitor to my RX 580 graphics card. But after putting together the monitor, which was pretty easy, I was pretty amazed by it because although I'm used to having my monitors being 24 inches, moving up to 27 inches wasn't really a huge jump, which I actually reviewed a 32-inch monitor from BenQ about a year ago, and jumping from 24 inches to 32 inches was pretty big for me, and I couldn't really see myself getting used to it. But in contrast, this 27-inch monitor was really easy to get used to, and I really like how it looks. But now getting into the specs, it has a 27-inch 1080p IPS panel, a refresh rate of 144Hz, includes a 1 millisecond NPRT and 2 millisecond gray-to-gray response time, has a max brightness of 400 nits, has a 1000:1 contrast ratio, supports HDR10 with HDRI, supports FreeSync for AMD graphics cards, it's face mount compatible, and finally for connectivity, there are 2 HDMI 2.0 ports and 1 DisplayPort input. And for audio, if you have headphones, there is a headphone jack if needed, but this monitor also includes 2 2.5 watt Trivolo speakers on the bottom of the monitor that actually don't sound that bad and deliver nice rich sound that isn't really bassy but pretty well balanced. And I'll be sure to play a quick sound test right now. And there are 3 different audio presets available, but in my opinion, they all kinda sound the same, with the cinema mode sounding kinda better. Moving on the back of the monitor, there are 3 buttons, with the top being the input selection, the middle for controlling the settings, and the bottom being the power button. And I'm honestly a big fan of the placement of these buttons since you can access them easily with one hand and not strain yourself. And in the settings, you can change different color modes, audio, and more, which this monitor does include eye care settings so you can adjust to reduce eye strain and make viewing easier. And when it comes to the different HDR modes, there's Game HDRI, Cinema HDRI, and Normal HDR. But personally, I normally just keep HDR off when it comes to normal browsing on my computer or playing games, but sometimes I turn on HDR when I'm watching a movie or show on Netflix or whatever. So if you like to watch videos or movies a lot in your spare time, this would be a great monitor to watch content on. In my experience playing games was pretty smooth throughout my testing, especially with the FreeSync enabled, and out of all my games, my favorite experience with this monitor is Rocket League because I've played this game for such a long time on my PS4 and PC, but switching from a 60Hz monitor to a 144Hz monitor is pretty crazy as everything is super smooth and reactive in a way. And if you want to know more on the difference between 60Hz and 144Hz, I would highly recommend checking out TechChap's video on it as he goes pretty in depth on the topic, showing and explaining all the differences between them. But if you're interested in that, I'll be sure to leave a link down below. But now, let me go over the pros and cons of this monitor. As a pros, the build of the monitor is aesthetically pleasing as all the parts that came with it were built with great quality and feels as though it would last a long time. Plus, the added 3-year warranty for the monitor does help to bring some reassurance if a part were to be deemed defective. Also, although I'm used to my monitors being 24 inches, getting a 27-inch monitor wasn't really a huge jump and it fit my setup pretty well. As of the screen, the color accuracy on this is amazing and I like how you can customize the look of everything with the easy to access settings. Now, there's not really too many cons for this monitor in my opinion, except 2. 1, I really don't like the orange accent on the bottom of the stand, which if you like the color orange, then you'll love it. But if you're a person like me that doesn't really like orange and have a setup that doesn't really have that type of color theme, then you're best out of luck unless you decide to put this monitor on a base mount stand. And for the second con, it's the price. If you're interested in getting the EX2710, it's gonna go for about $300. But if you wanted a smaller monitor, you can get the 25-inch version known as the EX2510 going for about $250. Now, do I think that the 27-inch model is worth $300? Well, it's really a personal preference yes and no answer. If If you want a monitor that's great for color reproduction, nice refresh rate, and nice viewing angles, yes. But if you're running on a budget and you can't really see yourself with anything bigger than 24 inches, then this might not be for you, which is understandable. But in my opinion, if you plan on getting one of the next gen consoles like the Xbox Series X or the PS5, I would definitely recommend getting this monitor, because although this isn't 4K, this will let you play your games at 120Hz if you get a next gen console. Plus, the color accuracy from the IPS panel is gonna look sick with the new titles coming out. But overall, I would say I love this monitor, especially with all the features that it has to offer. But to wrap it up, thanks BenQ for sending me out this monitor for review, and if you guys got any questions, just leave a comment down below and I'll respond as soon as I can. Now I hope you guys enjoyed the video, if so drop a like and subscribe for more quality content like this, cause I do plan on making more tech videos similar to this one. Also, if you guys can, comment down below your thoughts on this monitor, whether you like it or not, because I want to hear what you guys have to say and because I do love responding to everyone's comments. But anyways guys, thanks for watching and be sure to have notifications on so you won't miss any of my videos. My name's ProdiJay, and as always, stay classy.